This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. I'm Sarah Simcox. Warren County is one of 4 finalists vying for a share of $13 million in funding from the state's Stellar Pathways program to support community development projects. Kara Doolin, executive director of the Warren County Economic Development Organization, says the designation could be transformative.
Stellar is going to allow us to be able to show what we can have here, how we can, just take some of the projects that we already have and build upon those, but then also take some projects that we hoped to be able to get to at one point in time, but just weren't quite sure when. This gets us there. It makes us one of those communities that people find themselves drawn to. We're a destination.
While specific projects have not yet been identified, Doolin said economic leaders are cognizant of the need to preserve the region's rural character. New state standardized test results show stagnant progress among Hoosier students in grades 3 through 8, signaling a continued struggle to reverse widespread learning loss following the pandemic. 30.8% of Hoosier students passed both the math and English sections of the iLearn exam. That's slightly up from last year, when 30.6% earned dual passing scores. The city of Hammond has put out a request for proposals seeking a developer for its downtown Rimbach Square project. The city is looking to establish a mixed-use development on a 3-acre vacant lot located in the heart of the downtown core that could bring 200 jobs and retail space. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
Westfield's Grand Park Sports Campus is one of the busiest sports facilities in the country. City leaders say they need to find ways to turn its crown jewel into a year-round tourism destination.
To make that happen, Westfield officials plan to add winter sports opportunities and transform the area around the 400-acre sports campus into a hub of entertainment and recreational activity. Mayor Scott Willis and Director of Economic Development Janelle Fairman told members of the Westfield City Council last week about a vision for how Westfield could add amenities such as retail, housing, hotels, gathering spaces, a boardwalk with a canal, and an indoor ski facility to the Grand Park area over the next decade. Westfield partnered with Hamilton County Tourism, Chicago-based real estate consultant Hunden Partners, and Indianapolis-based planning firm MKSK to study how development could happen around Grand Park. Willis described a sense of urgency to add more winter sports options to Grand Park. He said businesses have difficulty staffing and budgeting when the Grand Park area is, quote, busy like anything else for 5 months and then dead for the other 7, end quote. According to a timeline for the Grand Park Master Plan, workshop sessions will be held between July and October. A draft master plan will be available for review in November, and the Westfield City Council could potentially vote on the final master plan in January. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Developers broke ground last week on a new affordable housing project in downtown South Bend, almost 3 years after the project was first proposed. Diamond View Apartments, one of 2 projects to receive rental housing tax credit in South Bend from the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority last year, will lease its 60 apartments to residents making between 30 to 80% of the area median income. The 4-story building will be built on the site of the former Studebaker Museum and will feature rooftop views of Four Winds Field, a gym, community space, and pet-friendly amenities. Diamond View is expected to be completed in about a year. Terre Haute has more than a dozen museums within its city limits, and the latest pays tribute to an Indiana legend known as Larry Legend. The Larry Bird Museum opened in late May at the Terre Haute Convention Center after 6 years of planning, construction, and delays.
Having this museum was monumental for the community. I felt like in a way we owed it to him to get his name and to keep his name in Terre Haute. When we asked about a museum here in Terre Haute, he was generally excited about it. We had a lot of tough conversations, but we know that people are going to visit Terre Haute because of Larry Bird, and we're thankful for Larry allowing us to have that.
Vigo County Capital Improvement Board President Chris Switzer said the Bird brand's global reach creates a major win for Terre Haute tourism. I'm Sarah Simcox for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.